Hey guys, so I wanted to address an important point that is really helpful for everybody to understand no matter what stage of the journey they're on. However, unless you're pretty interested in this stuff, which you probably are if you're watching this anyway, uh, it's not going to make any sense to you. So, when somebody has an awakening or has a major realization, something that happens after that sometimes is that they go around saying that they're God or they realize what they really are. So it is fantastic to realize what you really are, that there is no loss, that it's absolutely fantastic. Um, it's fantastic to realize that nothing you think you are is actually what you are. You're totally beyond it. You're totally beyond anything that can be thought. So, the hilarious thing that sometimes becomes of this is we then, still grasp for a thought. So, after this realization, after this complete clearing out, after this moment, epiphany beyond epiphanies, we realize there's no us, there's no you. All this like problem that we've been working so hard to like fix, it's just not, it's not even a thing. So that is fantastic. However, if thinking comes back and says I am fantastic, sometimes that the idea of that realization gets sort of like hijacked as this new self-concept. And nothing that you think you are, this again is going into limitation. This again is giving up everything that you really are, because nothing will ever, it will always feel off to think yourself to be anything. It is a step down from what you truly are. So, it's just something some people fall into. I did it myself. And then there's this whole thing of like trying to secure people who also understand what I am, and then looking upon the world and looking upon other people as unenlightened and not lesser than, and not having got it. And Nisargadatta, I read a quote by him recently, and he said this exact thing, and then I like heard it later on. But the like pride of realization has to go. It's not. Somebody realized that there's no self. It's hilarious. It's hysterical. And it like we're all like trying to. It's like the best. It's like an understanding. It's like a misunderstanding with an understanding that we all want to be the very best we can be. We all want to love ourselves. We all want to be loved. We want to think of ourselves as the very best from, and see ourselves like in the highest light. And so that's why we get into self-actualization. That's why we do all the things we do. The self-love and the love for self, and then selfishness, it's all borrowed from something way better, and it will pale in comparison. It will fail to satisfy, because you are so damn good, you are so damn perfect, that you are completely beyond thought. One thing I find really, really funny is that like I grew up believing in Jesus and believing that Jesus was the Son of God. Like he was the celebrity beyond celebrities. Like you could not possibly top that. God incarnate, and that there were these apostles and these like chosen men and these prophets, and that was all back in that time, and it didn't happen today. And it's like now it's not that I believe Jesus was just a man. Like what all of that is even more profound, even more fantastic. And I see that my worship and my devotion, like as a Christian, was completely was cutting short what God actually was. And so when we think of a God as a he, we think of it as a form, we think of it as something outside of ourselves, we are completely demeaning it. Or anybody else that we love, whereas it's not, it's it pales in comparison, it falls short. There's nothing so satisfying as this. And it's so satisfying, it even allows us to select, seemingly to select what's satisfying to us and what's not. But there's no satisfaction with what's not. It's a universe of no exclusion, and all contrast, all guidance of feeling, all suffering is to lead you to what is satisfying, to lead you to what is that boundless, perfect love.